Yo, welcome back guys to another commentary video. It's gonna be a fun one today. We got Labrynth. I'm playing Labrynth on the left versus Umi control or Kairyu-Shin, water control. I don't know, whatever you want to call this deck. It's got a crazy cult following. I was watching one of these videos. So the guy on the right, his channel is called Barely Yugioh. It's in the description of all of my videos, so check it out. But I was watching one of his videos the other day, and he's got a weird cult following. I'm not gonna lie. So if you guys like this deck, I guess go follow him, because there's plenty of others that are down to play this deck. So I don't know what it is, but dude, you see me doing some nasty things to Austin right off the rip. Arya setting the welcome, activating it. Austin tries to ash it. I call by his ash. Absolutely disgusting. That card needs to be banned, truthfully. I mean, it's just a... yeah, it literally says rip a card out of your hand. Call by should not be at 1, it should be at 0, but hey, that is not my call. I'm summoning the Ariana. I didn't see what I searched, but I set a back row, pass it over to him. He does Foolish Burial Goods for the Ice Barrier. That card's pretty much a Rhoda if you guys don't know what it does. It's gonna Foolish I believe a level 5 or higher water, and then adds 1 from grave to hand. So kind of bypasses like Droll and Lockbird, which is pretty neat. So sending the Kairyu-Shin, adding it back to hand. You can see me reading that because I don't even know what any of these cards do. It's just like the Rika deck. I mean, I see it every once in a while, but I'm not willing to learn it. So I got 1 card in hand, 1 card face down. He activates Prosperity. In any other deck, I'd be shitting my pants right now, but with Kairyu-Shin, I know it doesn't do anything. So I know the deck itself doesn't really do much. So feeling pretty good. He's going for 6. That fish sonar, I'm sure, is looking pretty darn good. I'm reading his Kraken. So revealing fish sonar, infinite impermanence, ice barrier, some doom Kraken, sea stealth 2, and legendary ocean. If you guys don't know what most of these cards do, fish sonar is a Rhoda. Ice barrier can negate an attack when it's set and activated, and then I think it negates the effects of the monster. Doom Kraken, I think it summons itself and pops a card. Not too sure on that one, but he's gonna add fish sonar, which is a Rhoda. Activate it, summoning or adding the electric jellyfish. Now that card, it can send an Umi from deck to grave to normal summon or special summon. I can't remember which one it is. Another monster that mentions Umi, I believe. Either way, you see me activating my big welcome. I'm gonna summon the Lovely here. Bounce the Ariana, and that's going to trigger Lovely, Welcome, Labrynth, both of them. So Welcome's going to set itself, and then the Lovely Lady is going to pop a card either on field or in hand. I choose to pop as Umi. Without, or Legendary Ocean, it acts as Umi while on the field, but having Umi up, or Legendary Ocean, anything that acts as an Umi is really powerful for this deck, because that's pretty much what they need in order to be able to apply all of their effects. So if you can get rid of that, keep him off of that card, you're doing pretty good. He's going to set 2 face down. I know one of them's a sea stealth attack, and that activates Umi from the graveyard, so that is a big problem. Here we go, activating the sea stealth attack. Now, I need to chain this big welcome right here. Either that, or I can activate big welcome from grave to bounce back the Umi that he's going to activate, which seems like that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bounce this continuous back to the hand now. Fun fact for anybody who doesn't know, field spells, continuous spells, and continuous traps need to be face up on the field to activate and resolve their effects. So if you bounce that, get rid of it, Cosmic Cyclone, MST, whatever it may be, get rid of that card one way or another, then, you know, you're in a good position. In this instance, MST does essentially negate, but you didn't hear that from me. Contemplating what to summon here, I think, or what to add. Activating regular welcome. Now I think I added that card from the Ariana because a card was sent from field by a normal trap, but I'm not sure if that's how that card works. I'm looking it up right now. If another monster leaves the field by normal trap effect, so I'm not entirely too sure why I was searching, but if I was trying to trigger the Ariana effect, then that is definitely a illegal play. Get my ass, guys. Roast me in the comments. Feel free. I think I remember telling you guys in one of these other videos that I'm pretty new to the deck still, so have a little bit of grace on me, or roast me in the comments. I guess it doesn't matter all too much to me what you guys choose to do. It's going to call by my stove, and then I'm going to activate Arias to special itself back up from the graveyard because he responded to one of my Labrynth effects. Now, this is a really terrible matchup for Austin. His Jellyfish only negates monster effects and spells. A lot of my effects can either chain block themselves or they're traps, so definitely not ideal for him. Going into this future format, this is going to be a really terrifying matchup for him, and he's going to have to figure out how to deal with it. But obviously I won game 1, so I'm going to go second game 2. He's choosing to go first. Starts off with Pot of Prosperity. That's a strong start, honestly. Revealing 6. Takes the fish sonar again, and then activating it immediately to find the Kairyu-Shin. Summoning or activating Legendary Ocean. That reduces the water monster's levels in your hand and field, I believe, by 1, so he can normal summon this and then search for a spell or trap that mentions Umi. Wow, I'm finding out as I'm doing this commentary that I know a lot more about these cards than I originally thought I did. So he searches Sea Stealth Attack. I explained to you guys that one a little bit. On activation, it can activate a Legendary Ocean or an Umi card. And the other effect that Austin likes to apply a lot is it's a quick effect to banish one of his monsters face up until the end phase, and that lets him play around skill drain really well with Jellyfish, and it also allows him to dodge targeting effects or removal. Oh, the second effect of that too is that it's going to banish a monster till the end phase that he controls and protect all of his face-up spells and traps, so it protects his Umis and Legendary Oceans so that he can keep using the effects of Kairyu-Shin and Jellyfish, because those need Umi or something that's acting as Umi to stay on the field. Normal summon Ariana. I'm searching the Lady Labrynth. Look at that clean hand shuffling. God dang. If you guys don't know how to hand shuffle, you definitely need to learn. There's this thing, it's called table presence. As you sit down at a bigger tournament and you're able to carry yourself really well, it just shows that you're a serious player. I mean, people will take you a little bit more seriously. It's not something you absolutely need to learn, but it's nice to... It's better to have than not have. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Activating Shangri-La, pitching the Ice Dragon's Prison. The Ice Dragon's Prison honestly doesn't do a whole lot in this matchup, and I think I realized it this game because Kairyu-Shin is it's a sea serpent. I think Jellyfish is the aqua or fish, and then there's like I don't know, the whole deck is comprised of sea serpents, aquas, fish. So just multiple types going around that just Ice Dragon's Prison isn't going to do a whole lot. So he's activating the trap right here. I think that either specials 1 or 2 from the deck. I don't know what the requirements of it are, like what they need to be specialing, but I know it sends an Umi or Legendary Ocean to the grave, and then he's activating. I think he activated Sea Stealth to put it back on the field. I think that's what happened there. Austin, he's piloted this deck for a while through multiple formats, and he's a big fan of it. He's a huge fan of water, just in general. Back in the day, he played Mermails, and he piloted that really well. I mean, he's got full max rarity. I think it's all German Mermails. Absolutely beautiful deck. I've tried to buy it off him multiple times, and he will never budge on that, guaranteed. Activating Daruma Cannon here. I don't know why my monster isn't getting flipped down, but maybe that's just something I missed. I don't know what's really going on right here. I'm activating Lady to summon itself. He summons Marina of the Aqua. I think that's what that card's called. But essentially on the field, it acts as an Umi as long as no one controls a field spell, but I have Labrynth up, and Austin didn't even realize that until he summoned the monsters, and he kind of gave himself shit for it, so, you know, I didn't shit talk him too much since he's already beating himself up, but please do in the comments, guys. Absolutely get on his ass right there. He's been piloting this rogue deck for a while and still can't figure it out, but here we are summoning my lovely. I'm going to have to bounce a monster I control to the hand, and on resolution, it's going to destroy a card because I have Labrynth up. Now, Ariana's triggering its effect. If this is in the same turn that it was summoned, then that is not a legal activation, but considering I can't hear the audio, I cut the audio for you guys, so you don't have to listen to that and commentary. I don't know exactly which turn we're on and which turn that was summoned, but you know, this is one of my first turns playing the deck, so if I do misplay and I do make an illegal play like that, I wouldn't be too surprised. He activates his bluff that was set to prosperity. He's going to banish probably another 6 right here, but I don't imagine there's a whole lot that can get him out of this situation. He's in a pretty poor situation, and, you know, obviously he's not going to pick that Kashtira or the Pot of Prosperity, so realistically it comes down to Sea Stealth 2, Skill Drain, Judgment. Okay, and he's picking the Sea Stealth 2. Now that one, at the beginning of the battle phase, it can special summon a monster that mentions Umi. I think from field or from grave or deck. Not 100% on that one, but there you go. Tribute summoning for the Kairyu-Shin, then I have to send monsters I control to the grave until I only control one non-water monster. Summoning out his jellyfish at the start of the battle phase. And so there's another effect of Sea Stealth 2, where if your water monster who's originally level 5 or higher battles, then you can destroy the opponent's monster immediately. I don't think it's an activated effect, but I can't remember all too much, but that's why my lovely went to the grave. And now he's got 3 Kairyu-Shins, and Sea Stealth acts as Umi, so I can only control 1 water monster, but I do have a big welcome in the grave, so all I really have to do is activate a Labrynth or a normal trap, special a lady from hand, and then bounce the Sea Stealth. Because the bounce the Sea Stealth 2, because Sea Stealth attack only protects from destruction, not bouncing. So I believe I activated Arya's here, summoning out the Lady Labrynth, and now I can do the play that I just told you guys about of bouncing the Sea Stealth. But if I remember right, I think there's, yeah. So we bounce that. He's thinking here, he's got to read Big Welcome, make sure I'm not cheating the hell out of him. Big think right here. Guys, I swear I saw the smoke coming out of his ears whenever this was happening. There we go, activating regular Welcome Labrynth. Now, I have a problem because there are 3 Kairyu-Shins on the board. So even if we go into next turn, let's say we go into next turn and, you know, he has a chance to activate that Umi or the Sea Stealth 2, I have a big problem because now I can only special summon, well, really no monsters because I'll have 1 dark on the field and I can only control 1 non-water. So I have to figure out a way to get rid of all 3 of these Umis. Now what just happened right there is he didn't realize that on resolution I can pop a card because of Labrynth being up. So I let him go back, and he's gonna activate Sea Stealth effect to banish one of his Kairyu-Shins to protect the face-up spells and traps. So I just destroy one of the Kairyu-Shins instead. So that'll bring him down to 2. Now I have to find a way to clear these other 2 before he puts up this Sea Stealth 2. So I activate a Big Welcome. On resolution, that'll clear one of the Kairyu-Shins, and then the lovely should clear the 3rd. So definitely not the easiest board to break. Thankfully, I was already set up to where, you know, I was in a position where I could break these. But if he did something like this early on, and I didn't have big welcomes to clear the board, I mean, it would have been a problem, guys, honestly. That's the power of rogue decks too. Not many people know what the cards do, but once they do, you know, once your opponent knows what your card does, then you lose a lot of momentum and a lot of advantage, pretty much. Now I just errad him for spells. absolutely disgusting. I mean, please don't ever do that to your opponent. It's like kicking a dead horse, beating him while he's down. Activating Kairyu-Shin effect, searching the Sea Stealth 2. I believe he's going to start a battle phase. He's going to summon one back from the grave. Summons out a jellyfish. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I mean, he can summon his jellyfish all he wants. It might negate one of my monster effects, but, you know, a lot of my effects that are removal are going to be traps, so I don't have to worry too much. I got one more, looks like I got one more big welcome in grave. Activating a regular welcome on resolution, that's going to pop a card again. So it's just, the field spell is really good. Don't get me wrong, I love that field spell, Labrynth, for being able to clear boards, but sometimes I just feel like it's a brick. Especially when you see it like first turn, maybe even second turn, it's not one card you really want to see all too much. But in positions like this where I'm cleaning boards up and, you know, summoning things from, maybe even using the second effect of Labrynth to summon back the fiends from grave, it is really good. Just a very situational card, I feel. Now I crashed my Ariana into the Kairyu-Shin, and that's because I can only control one water monster, and I need to get over some of these monsters, right? And Ariana's not going to do the job. So what I do instead is activate Welcome Labrynth on resolution using the effect of, well, the applied effect from Labrynth to pop one of the Kairyu-Shins. And now Lady can beat over the jellyfish because jellyfish is not a monster that has an original level of 5 or higher. So, clearing both of those monsters. Now, there's probably another play I could have done, which would have been just popping the Sea Stealth, because then Umi wouldn't be on the field. And since he had to activate Sea Stealth's effect and he told me the welcome was good resolve, I could have just done that and probably saved myself some trouble. But overall, I don't think it's going to matter all too much. Activating Shangri-La or pitching the Backjack's going to be able to stack my deck. See a trap, I'm throwing that bad boy on top, and I'm probably going to shotgun that in the draw phase. Activating Big Welcome, bouncing the Umi, saying pass. Erad, I believe, is still in effect, and I think that's what we're talking about right here. So, sees there can be only one in a Sea Stealth. Backjack effect and draw phase, setting the Imperm that can be activated this turn, and then activating the Big Welcome. He's frustrated right here, man. I mean, he could just see that he's just throwing up the thumbs up signs. I'm popping his card, I'm clearing his board, activating the effect, ripping a card out of his hand. Imperming his Kairyu-Shin. I know that last set is there can be only one, so in the end phase, activating Lady, activating Welcome, using Lady effect to set a Jaruma Cannon, summoning out the Ariana. Passing turn. I mean, yeah, shout out to my opponent for just sticking through this right now. He's gonna activate there can be only one. I bounce it back with the Big Welcome Labrynth, and that is, I mean, writing's on the wall for this one. All 3 Big Welcomes are banished though, so I mean, he put up a board, man. I mean, he put up 3 Kairyu-Shins. I was forced to use all my Big Welcomes during that game, so I don't have really anything. He draws for turn. I mean, it's another spell, but like he grinded this one out with, you know, you can see the difference between our graveyards and our fields. Like, he used very few cards to keep me under locks there, and I had to pretty much use my whole deck and, you know, all my flexible cards. Like, I had Erad, I had Cannon, I had Ice Dragons, which Ice Dragons didn't really see much play, but just to, you know, it goes to show that rogue decks can really put up a fight. So if you guys, I would definitely recommend playing rogue decks, playing, you know, not the most meta deck. I'm never a huge fan of playing the tier 1 deck, or like the best deck of the format. That's why I'm not playing Fire King. I didn't play Rescue Ace. You know, I like playing the tier 2, you know, slightly lesser options because it catches people off guards, and I think that's catches people off guard, and I think that's where the advantage is. But thank you guys for sticking through this one. As always, I appreciate you guys watching this. Let me know what I can do better, whether that be commentary, the decks that are picked to be feature matches, whatever you guys want to see, just let me know in the comments. If you like the video, please leave a like. That lets me know that I'm doing a good job, and consider subscribing if you like the content that you've been seeing. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!